Hello, welcome to World According to Who, and thank you for joining. Tonight's topic will be why are people scared of dying? Brought my chess piece over here and made some tea, and we're ready to start our session. So the topic is, why are people scared of dying? It's a topic that I've been interested in since when I was young. I've been interested in religion, interested in cult study organizations, and in college I majored in psychology. Also was interested in sociology. And so I'm part of a group on Facebook, and there's a lot of people. Probably, let me see how many people are there. This group will have 350,000 members. And so I posted this question, why are people scared of dying, just 4 hours ago. And within this 4 hour, I received 917 comments. So we're going to go over some of the top comments together, and feel free to leave your thoughts. Leave your thoughts. Why are people scared of dying? Why are you scared of dying? And from what I've read so far, a lot of the answers tend to be fear of the unknown. And the fear of unknown can create this it's fear. So which create, I think it's one of the reasons that there are a lot of religions formed in this world. Even Christian denomination, I looked it up the other day, there's over 30,000 Christian denominations. And there are many religions out there in this world. A few of the top ones are Islam, Hindu, Judaism, and there's even though China is not known for being a religious country, but it's very superstition. And so anyway, let's go into the answers. So let's see. The first person, he got 19 likes. Mike, he said probably of the unknown. Another person said the unknown. Third person, Joan, said maybe because we come out crying when we were born. I thought that was an interesting comment that I haven't thought of before. We came out crying, and so because we're crying when we die, maybe it's something that is not comfortable, or the death is uncomfortable. It was just a really interesting thought. Maybe because we come out crying when we are born. Very interesting. Let's see. Another person said people are scared of the unknown, perhaps. Afraid of unknown. So there's this person, Jackie, wrote, I'm not. She said she's not afraid of death. And I asked how come, and a few people also curious. And Jackie said, it's the circle of life. We celebrate life and we have a great life and learn a lot. The next experience will be just as great, unquote. My follow-up question for that will be, you don't know if there is next experience or not. Nobody knows. That's why I claim myself to be an agnostic at the moment, because I don't know whether I am going to heaven or hell. I don't even know if there is heaven or hell. And a lot of religious scriptures, they claim that they do know, but there's no solid evidence and proof. And even though a lot of them do claim that there is heaven and hell, but a lot of denominations of Christian and other religions, their version of heaven and hell is very different. And for instance, Mormonism Mormonism has three heavens, the three kingdoms, the celestial kingdom, telestial, and terrestrial kingdom, which is very, very different than the mainstream Christians. I believe they only have the heaven and hell. And so even their version of heaven and hell is very different. Who knows? It's just man-made. And then people who believe in it and they have experiences, it might just be self-fulfilling prophecies, like a placebo effect. Okay, so that was my answer. And then Jackie said, nope, but there is a next. So she seems like pretty certain. Maybe she's religious. Another person said, because of unknown, nobody truly knows what happens. Okay, this person, Susan, received a lot of likes and heart. Susan said, leaving your loved ones and how they will cope. So the fear of death is because you're leaving your loved ones and worry how they will cope. Before I started this podcast, I also read somebody else I think it's a young mom. She said something about how she worries about her kids upgrowing and living in this world without her. And so that was one of her fear. This person, Claire, she said, because it's the end and you go to sleep and never wake up. That's what they think it is. It is frightening knowing that you won't exist anymore, but it isn't, and people get born again or they go to heaven or hell. This gentleman, Phil, he said, it's the dying part we fear. Like Woody Allen said, I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens. I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens. That's just saying you're afraid of dying, right? One person, Alan, he said, looking forward to it. Looking forward to death, he said. Lee shot, I guess the unknown, but I'm excited about it. And then follow up with someone saying, me too, can't wait. And then another person, too, me too, lately want to see the afterlife. So it seems like this group of people are excited about facing death. They think that there is something after death. What do you think? Do you believe that there is life after death? Or do you think it's just after you die, it's just like a blow of a candle, you are done? No more existence. Just done. Love to hear your thoughts. And also let me know if there's any other videos that you wanted me to make to share with you guys. Here's this person, Joe, received 120 likes. It's that thought of nothingness forever and the notion of never coming back ever. That everything we are and that we know and feel right now will never exist again for us. That's what scares the bejesus out of me, personally. I would really agree with what he shared, or she, the notion of nothingness. Because right now I'm talking to you, I'm recording my podcast, and there is an existence. There's my memories, my thoughts and ideas, and the idea of nothingness is after you die is just your body and just you don't have the thoughts and memories. There's nothing, and that can be pretty frightening. Yeah, I can understand that. Not to a point that it scares me a lot, but I can see why that can be frightening. Another person said, afraid of the unknown. And then another person said, I'm not scared to die. It's the final breath you take that frightens me. Not afraid of death, but afraid of the last breath you take before you die. Wow, I've never heard that either before. It's interesting. Nice to contemplate on that idea. When will you take your last breath? Everyone that's watching right now eventually will take your last breath. And just imagine that moment. Someone said, Eva, she said, because they don't know Jesus. Marianne, she said, because we really don't know the unknown. After death, everyone is different. Brenda said, fear of the unknown. Anyone who says no is not believable. Sheena said, fear of leaving their loved ones behind. Okay, so this Mark, he got a blue check mark on his Facebook. He said, I am more scared of a bad death, one filled with pain and long suffering. Death itself will be the release to be with those I loved. So seems like he believed in after life after death, but he fear bad death. And I tend to agree with that part. Fear of bad death. You have prolonged pain and suffering for many years before you die. It's just you're not enjoying your life. You're not enjoying your life. You're constantly visiting hospital, taking medication, and constantly dealing with pain and struggles. And you can't die. You're still alive. You're just suffering while you're living. That's just hell. So take good care of yourself. Take care of your health, your body, mind. Make sure exercise and eat healthy, and have a healthy psychology and mindset, and try your ways to prevent yourself from being sick, because that's like the worst part of being alive, is not being able to enjoy your life, and it's a slow death to me. Okay, got one person said, leaving my kids. One person said, Sean, he received 2 crying, sad emojis. Sean said, death is easy, but dying is not. So I guess it's similar to what the other guy said earlier, that death is easier than dying, because dying is a process where you're sick and you're in the hospital, you're in the deathbed, you're just slowly dying, you're struggling, you're suffering, and your body eventually gives up and you die. Here's a person, Dree. She said, I'm scared of how I'm gonna go. Will I suffer? I think I'm gonna get to a point where I'm in so much pain I won't be able to walk or do anything on my own. Will my death be short or quick, long? Will I feel pain the whole time I'm going? If that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, Dree. That makes totally sense. Just the process of dying, and she's wondering if it's gonna be a long process or it's gonna be a quick one, and she's curious, and she also kind of worried about it. Alex said, afraid of the unknown, leaving the people you love behind, also your personal belongings. That means a lot to you. It's kind of nervous, he said. TL said, I think it's the fear of the unknown and not knowing what's going to happen next. Okay. Got fear of the known, the unknown, my guess. I'm not scared, one person said. And then one person, fear of how and when will it hurt? What happens after? How will loved ones handle it? Lots of reasons. Yeah, I could see that. That's the unknown part. And also worry about your loved ones that's still alive and how they will take it. That itself can be pretty scary. Rio, she said, because I don't want to leave my loved ones. So there's the fear of unknown, and loved ones tend to be some of the bigger answers. And also slow death. Mary said, because no one will be with me and more. Glenn said, but when you're dead, gone, adios. You don't know you're dead. Brain function, conscious go black. Like when you wake up from anesthesia. It's like I was out 6 hours and have no memory of anything. And then Christina said, because you're not right with God. That tends to be like religious people said. That, I think religious people who believe in God, and they, regardless which religion that you're part of, people who have this higher power and believe in God, and they believe, obviously, let's say Bible, they believe in life after death, there's heaven, beautiful heaven, paradise, and you're going to be with Jesus and God for eternity. And a lot of them, they tend to just be like a lot easier for them because they have somewhere to look forward to, even though it's not proven. We don't know if there is or there isn't, but it seems like it's a lot easier for people like them. Here's I think it's an older guy. He said, I'm okay with death. Living into old age with disability really scares me because I will likely be on my own. I've been caring for my mom for years, and I know how much care she needs just to stay living at home. Yeah. One person said, death is the beginning of spiritual journey. Don't be afraid. So this person doesn't seem to be a Christian. He shared a photo. So anyone who believes that like there's life after death and maybe something very beautiful, they seem to be looking forward to it. Let's see. Let's go over a few more. This person said, nature gave humans to be afraid of dying. Remove the fear. Everybody will commit suicide to end at all. Someone said, because you're human, everyone's afraid of unknown, leaving my loved ones behind, fear of the unknown, facing the unknown, alone, no idea. I welcome death with my open arms. I'm scared of living. I have epilepsy and I'm tired of it. So here's a person, Sean Smith. He says something, no idea. I welcome death with open arms. I'm scared of living, and he has epilepsy and he's tired of it. So I think like people who are dealing with sickness, suffering in life, and sometimes they feel like they just want to like let go and give up and just die. I think that's like a relief for them. Mm. Okay, here's someone got 13 likes. Huh. Marlena, she said, your death is written before you were born. Your death is written before you were born. I've encountered people like that before. Like palm reading and checking your life by your birthday time and be able to predict your future, etc. I think she is in that category, perhaps. Got more fear of the unknown, leaving my kids behind. Amanda said, it's not death I'm afraid of. I'm afraid what it feels like. And then, of course, what happens afterwards. Okay, I agree. Scared of the unknown, not knowing. Okay. Okay, we got one person, Sean. He said, "Who's scared? I have absolutely no fear, and I'm ready for whenever it's my time." Wow, brave guy, Sean. Charles Jones said, "Leaving family." So it seems like family, loved ones, they are all very. They're some of the top answers. Billy said, because they have no faith and believe in nothing. I agree. Like what I said earlier, people who are religious and they have a certain belief that they subscribe to, they tend to have less fear because they see the world, they see where we're living in this world over 20,000 days, average lifetime, temporary, very quick, very temporary. And he said because people don't have faith and they don't believe in anything. And so they're fearful. Fear of the unknown, another one. Okay. Let's see. Paul said, I'm not, as I have had near-death experience, and it was beautiful. Paul had near-death experience, and he said it's beautiful. And so someone asked for a follow-up. Can you describe it? And she followed up saying, I'm only afraid of the world. I'll leave my children to figure it out if I go too soon. But as long as I live long enough to raise them into confident, loving people I know they'll be, then I'm good to go. I'll do pray I can pass quickly, though I hate being in pain. So if it's painful, I just hope it's fast. That seems like a pretty common answer. Like, there are people who may be less fearful of death, but they fear of very painful death. Fear of painful death, not quick death. That is what a lot of people are afraid of. And so, let's see what Paul said. Paul said, was sent back because I was given a second chance to make my life better. Okay, that's his answer. Oh, so there's Sharon. She said, because some of us were taught to be afraid, I had to learn don't to. Fear of the unknown. Okay, so this person, Gary, he said, I fear that everything we have been told about heaven or just a brainwashing scheme designed by the churches and government to control the masses. Fear of the unknown, but I will greet death with my hope. Perla said, not scared of being dead, scared of suffering. Now, if there is hell after you die, that is suffering. Eternity. And maybe that is one reason why a lot of people who are religious and they're very, very faithful, that might be a fear tactic that people are afraid of the hell, torture, burning in fire, and they decide, okay, maybe I should give the church a try, and so they got into it. Let's see, any more? There's tons of answers. Unknown, a lot of unknown. Simon said, only the flesh dies. And, well, I got another person say unknown. Because it's scary. Unknown is scary. No goals, no plans, no guarantees. Yeah. No goals, no plans, no guarantees. That's unknown. That's scary. Like, after you die, you're just in the unknown. You don't know where you go. Like today, we have plans for tomorrow. We're familiar with what's likely going to happen tomorrow, even though nothing is guaranteed, but the probability you're going to be alive is higher. But after you die, is you completely don't know where you're going to go. It's like completely unknown. That is quite scary. There's no goals. You don't know if you're going to be a spirit or you're going to completely be gone. You don't know if you're going to be in hell, burning for eternities, and have termites eating you, etc. And what the religious fear tactics was selling us. It's just that itself is very scary. Yeah. One person said, I'm scared of leaving my daughter in the world. How will she go on without me? I grew up without a mother. I don't want her to experience the same thing. Aw. Give her a heart. Caring emoji. Alyssa said, the unknown and potential hell are being exterminated entirely. Okay. Let's do a few more. I know there's a lot. All right. Elisa said, because religion taught them to be afraid. Because religions taught us to be afraid of death. I could see that. Because you go to a church and they teach about the torture of hell and you must repent because you are sinful. And if you don't convert, if you don't follow, then you're going to be suffering for eternity. And then if you hear those messages over and over again, it automatically creates this fear inside of you that you are conditioned to believe that one day when you die, you're facing the unknown, and the religion in the society teaching you that you're going to be burning in hell for eternity because you're such a sinner. That creates a lot of fear in oneself. So I'm going to end it here, even though we have a lot of more comments in the question. I think we kind of get a good sense of idea what are the typical answers that why people are afraid of death. People are scared of dying. Leave me some comments, and if you like this sort of topic, give it a like button. And it's a new channel that I'm growing. I started pretty recently, and I have a lot of fun doing it, from interviewing people and also sharing topics that I'm very interested in since when I was young. And please give it a subscribe and share it with your friends, and let's talk again very soon. Thank you.